Good evening, Wildcats. We are here with our last match, our last set of matches before we go into playoffs for the Overwatch TeSPA Collegiate Tournament,
Yes.
and it's gonna be a great set of matches. So let's break it down.
Breaking it down.
Breaking it down tonight. We're gonna start off with Eichenwald. We're playing against University of North Texas.
Yes, their JV black team, I do believe.
Yep.
Yes.
So we're gonna start off with Eichenwald. It's a hybrid map. Move into Lijiang Tower control map, and then if we're 1-1 or 1-0, then we're gonna move to Route 66, and then the tiebreaker for the night is Busan. So either of our matches. So we're gonna kick it off tonight with UNT. Later on tonight, you'll see us playing against Texas State University, their gold team, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. So yeah, it's gonna be some good stuff.
Yeah, super exciting. More Overwatch. We've been.
Yeah.
I know. I've been watching a lot of Overwatch League, so just getting.
In case you weren't aware, Overwatch League started this week. That's why we're broadcasting at this time instead of the earlier time. That's because we can't broadcast at the same time as Overwatch League, and so hopefully you're following up all of your Overwatch League watching with your ACU esports watching. That's the way you should do it.
Of course.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the tournament and what we expect to see here. All right, so tonight is the last of their series of 5 weeks that they've been playing. After this week, they're going to go to regional playoffs. So that's going to be a single elimination tournament. The top 2 in every region for regional playoffs will go to nationals. In addition, the people who are so right now, what you may not be aware of is they're playing a regional tournament and they're playing a national tournament. So our first match tonight is actually the national tournament, and then our second match tonight is the regional tournament.
Okay.
And so what they're going to do is the regional tournament, the regional games that we've been playing, those determine our seeding for the for the regional playoffs.
Okay.
So everyone's going to playoffs. And seeding is based on these last 5 weeks of games in the regional tournament. Then for the national tournament, it's complicated. Stay with me here. The national tournament, when the teams, the top 28 teams who have the most wins from these last 5 weeks in the national tournaments will also go to national. So the top 2 from regional, the regional playoffs in each region, and the top 28 from the national tournament all go to the national tournament, the big one.
Okay.
That said, those top 28, it's complicated. So you think, just whoever has the most wins from the last 5 weeks. But if you remember, we played a lot last semester.
Yeah.
In the preseason. Preseason games count.
Okay.
If a team finished out the preseason with more wins than losses, then 1/4 of the difference is applied towards the number of wins they have in this season's national playoffs.
Okay.
Got all that?
Oh, that's a lot of math, and
okay.
I'm not a big math person.
So
here.
ACU, I believe, if I'm doing my math correct, will get 1/4 of a win. And I don't know if they do quarters or if they round. I actually don't know that.
Okay.
But ACU will get 1/4 of a win because we had a winning season. We have a difference of 1.
Okay.
We won 1 more game than we lost during the preseason.
Okay.
So if they win tonight, I believe that will make them either 4-2 or 5-2. So they'll have 5 or 6 wins.
Okay.
It's unlikely that's going to put them in the top 28, but depending on how other teams do, it's theoretically a possibility.
Okay.
Especially considering that the top 28 teams will go, but not including teams that already qualify through regional playoffs.
Okay.
So if you're a really good team and you qualify for both, then you're not going to count for the 28. They're going to go down to the next one in the list. So there's theoretically a possibility for ACU to make it into that national tournament, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. All right.
So
guess yeah.
I'm sure you guys follow all that.
Yeah.
If you didn't, then check out the VOD later, and you can listen to it again until it makes sense.
Yeah.
You can check out the rules yourself if you want to dive into that at compete.tespa.com under the tournament. have to like click on find all the official rules, and it's weird.
Yeah, but okay.
So yeah,
All right.
more information you didn't want to know. So we're gonna kick this game off pretty quick here, but you know what? This is Overwatch.
Yeah.
So how about them Dallas Fuel?
Then Dallas Fuel. Man, oh man. Never have I ever seen a team. I feel like they got very tilted during that particular match. And they didn't.
So for reference, we're talking about the match earlier this week, not the one that's happening tonight, because while it's happened for you, it hasn't happened for us.
Yes.
We're projecting forward in time right now. We're
Yeah.
time traveling tonight.
So tonight they play against Seoul Dynasty. Last time they played against was it? I feel like it was a LA team, wasn't it, or a
no,
California team?
It was
I cannot remember off the top of my head. Let me quickly look it up.
Yeah, there's an app for that.
There is an app, but
There's an app for that. So plug out to Overwatch app right here on your phone. You can grab it.
they
I feel like
played
they should pay us for these.
San
advertisements.
Francisco Shock.
Yes,
what it
that's
is.
right. The Shock.
So the Shock are predicted to be among the top 3 this year.
Yeah.
So their roster is already really solid. Dallas Fuel is predicted to be better than they were last year, but I mean,
Well, it'd be hard to be worse than they were last year.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I love Dallas Fuel. Like, they're my jam. But
They struggled a lot last year, and towards the end they got a lot better, just because of certain changes that needed
like
to be
getting
made.
rid of XQC.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're an XQC lover, but
Yeah.
I don't think he was good for the team dynamic
He didn't synergize well with anyone on that team, and just in general.
or human beings.
So,
like, he's gonna sue me later. Like, he'll be
yeah.
like, this guy at Abilene. Yeah.
So yeah, they struggled a lot last year. They got better
They got
towards the
near
end.
the end of the season. They had a much better run of it, making it into the playoffs or the last stage 4 playoffs.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that things will go better for them.
Of course.
So I think we'll have to come back and talk a little more about that because I think we are traveling to Eichenwald.
Are we? Are we traveling to Eichenwald? Right
Take
now?
us to Eichenwald.
Onward.
Eichenwald.
Yeah.
Eichenwald is very dark.
It's Eichenwald at night with no light sources.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, I guess we can. Oh, there we are.
All right.
Okay.
Somebody turned on the lights.
Yes.
We spoke.
They open the windows.
And it was good. All right, so ACU looks like is starting out on attacks tonight. So let's talk a little bit about the roster change up. So you saw a name there that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Mogits.
I feel like he has played before.
So he hasn't played for them before.
Really?
If you recognize the name, it was because he has been one of our casters once.
Oh, that's right.
But he hasn't played with the ACU team, at least not in a match like this.
Yes. He's practiced with the team before.
Yeah, he's practiced with them. He's on the roster. He's good to go.
He is having the time of his life right now.
Wow. Eva just barfed in that mech.
Yes. So Mr. Bob Sparks, actually, he is currently sick.
Yep, he's out with the sing-song flu.
Oh, classic sing-song flu.
And so Mogus is coming in on the DPS, and he's a great pick for them. ACU coming in strong here as they move in. They're just going to make their way, push forward to this point here.
Pete gets taken out, unfortunately, off screen there. But we're able to retaliate by taking out their Reinhardt as well as their Ana. So ACU is doing really, really good job right now, just staying on the UNT team right now and just trying to take them all out one by one.
Yeah, and so that's a great first push.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing you want to see is us coming in right off the bat
and just showing off the power of GOATs right now, which, I mean, surprisingly still a pretty dominant, team composition. I say surprisingly,
no,
it makes
it's
sense. All these heroes synergize really well together. They play to their strengths, and it's just that's why it's a very popular composition.
ACU doing great job here. Paco and Peep Noob making some space for their team. Getting charged back, but getting healed up by that Transcendence coming in from, I think that's Finch of Light.
Yes. Peep Noob.
Cold Caliber, sorry, on the Zarya.
Oh.
And just cleaning it up, just once again, pushing this payload forward, making really good time here. And we see them coming up.
So yeah, we have Daddy here just up in the front. You know, he's playing his DPS role as Lucio, just trying to deal as much damage apparently. Mogits gets taken out by the enemy Baguette of all people, and Peep Noob falls shortly after. So ACU, I think.
Soundberry coming in there kind of late with just a couple folks on the point.
Yeah.
Let's see if they get any value out of that though.
Just contesting for the time being, but I think ACU probably would benefit a lot better of just kind of backing out and regrouping here. They don't have the strength right now. Everyone's kind of split off.
And they're kind of staggering out. I'd like to see them back off and regroup.
Yeah. You say that though, Cold Caliber able to take out the Reinhardt and Pocket
somehow
Taco.
they're cleaning off this point and making some good moves. Daddy just not letting himself be hit, just keeping it on the point and booping people off the edge.
Yeah. And ACU now regrouping. There's a lot more players and heroes here to kind of work with. And Pocket Taco just chasing down that.
There's a grab coming in, and they will take out White Poison, Ripple, and Nidus to allow them to cap that point and take that last half a meter.
Really good Graviton surge there by ACU. Pocket Taco showing his strengths as Zarya. Just rushes in, bubbling. He's super charged right now for sure, and he is just lobbing, throwing some stuff, trying to see if he can get a little pick here. But unfortunately, everyone on the UNT team is grouping up, sticking together, and healing each other. We see two ults coming from UNT, both the Brigette's and Lucio's ult, but Sound Barrier coming from ACU as well.
So ACU pushing forward here. Pushing into a Transcendence, and so they're going to have to back off a little bit. Graviton coming in from the UNT team, swinging away and taking out ACU. That is, believe, a team kill on the ACU side.
But ACU at this point, they've
made great time so far.
They are able to take a team kill without too much pressure. They have 4 minutes to spare here to just get this to the very end. And they've been pushing along.
Oh, Peep Noob working a little close to the edge there.
Yeah.
And White Poison taking advantage of that. And that's going to be a stagger. They're going to have to wait for Peep Noob to come back and before they can really make much effort. Apparently they're not waiting though. They're going to make this happen somehow.
They're using this fallen debris as cover here, just trying to pick off here.
Who needs a shield when there's fallen debris?
Yes, Daddy, I do believe, is now playing. Ooh, we have a
Graviton with the combo there does only get Sandals out.
Yes, Pocket Taco fighting this Brig by himself, but he is able to get out alive with the help of his team. And that Reinhardt falls shortly after there.
And with that Reinhardt going down, they're going to be able to push back. There is no protection for the team.
Yes.
They're going to start pushing towards this finish line.
Yes. AC doing a really good job. I'm sure they're communicating extremely well right now. There's a Brigette trying to hide there, but you can't hide from a Sonic Arrow.
Paco taking it all the way to the spawn there.
Yeah, no, he is up in the front just trying to take out as much. Peep Noob is able to take out Brig and the enemy Reinhardt, and Daddy is able to take out Zenyatta. Cold Caliber takes out the Zarya. Daddy takes out the
And they just take out everybody.
Yeah,
everybody down.
Everyone's down.
And here we are. Quick push. That's going to leave them with, 3 minutes left on the clock? 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. And they're going to switch over to defense and have to hold this here.
So on defense, we did see that there was a couple of changes towards the end here for ACU. They decided to go with Ana and Hanzo, which is not traditional GOATs. A slight of a bit of a variance here.
Yeah, so I think that the GOATs meta is kind of, while it is definitely dominant, you're not seeing like a straight GOATs vs Ghosts as much anymore.
Yes.
They're switching things up. They're adding variants, and so while you're not going to necessarily see so much of the 2-2-2 like you used to see all the time, and like teams are generally built around,
Yes.
you are still going to see a lot of variety, so that people can, because people are going to be better on different characters.
Of course. People have preferences, but it does look like we will be running. I think I saw a Moira. Yes, so Finchifly is going to be running a Moira instead of. I think they're opting to switch out the Zen in this. Yes, they're opting to switch out the Zenyatta for Moira, which makes sense. A lot more healing potential coming from Moira, especially on defense. It's a huge benefit there, as well as. Pretty consistent damage.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to aim. Just kind of be next to a person.
Throw a ball out there,
Yeah.
or just wave your magic wand and heal yourself and come back.
So let's see what UNT decides to throw at ACU here, and it looks like they are going Goats, which isn't not too big of a surprise here, but they are clashing heads, and
See that same aggression coming in as they're trying to. They want to do the same thing and take this point on their first push. ACU going to try and obviously prevent that from happening.
And that
Peep Noob getting really low here and does fall. Colt Caliber following up with Leatherman though, so it's a 5v5 currently here on the point as they go through. Taco taking out Sandals, or taking Sandals out of the mech.
Yes.
And ACU finding the kills that they need here to push UNT back so that they're going to have to come in. And this is already a slower time for UNT. Yes. And look at that aggression from Cold Caliber as he just chases Nidus down, along with the help of Daddy, and puts that stagger there on the UNT team.
Yes, ACU doing a really good job right now, being aggressive, making sure that they can continuously stagger the team and just, defend at the same time. That Moira definitely does help. You get a lot more healing from that. Unfortunately,
ooh, big
Earth Shatter.
Yeah, coming in, but they do find Paco and Peep Noob, so there are no tanks left on the ACU team.
Yes.
So it's just going to be a matter of stalling out now.
Yeah.
Finch is going to do everything he can to stay alive as long as he can.
Yes. So unfortunately, I do not believe ACU can defend this anymore. They're just going to have to take this loss and regroup here and get ready for this next checkpoint. Which still, though, they were able to defend it longer than UNT, so ACU has been put in a pretty good position here.
Yeah, so ACU now trying to hold a little forward here, making use of this corner.
Yes.
The Graviton coming in from ACU, we'll see if there is any follow-up on that. Doesn't look like there is.
Yeah, UNT uses their sound barrier, and they were able to escape that without too much damage there.
Sound barrier coming in from ACU as they charge in with a swinging Reinhardt.
Yes.
But still just kind of ooh, there's the slam, but then a stun of his own while the rest of the team stands back up. Daddy will fall from Commander Fox. So they're down one healer, 5-6, trying to hold this UNT team back.
Yes. ACU looks like they're backing out slightly, and they are able to take out the UNT Brig, which is a huge pick. ACU is now charging in, trying to do as much damage to that Reinhardt and just keep them at bay. You see a Graviton Surge coming in from UNT, taking out Peep Noob and taking out Mogits. But
Face of Light following up with a kill onto the UNT Reinhardt, and Cold Caliber is just in their face.
Yes.
Just saying, nope, you can't push past here.
Oh, Cold Caliber falls, so does Daddy, and they are able to, Finchifly is able to take out the Lucio. Unfortunately, I don't know how many are still alive for that. Reinhardt's coming back in. Paco de Taco is super low and gets taken out.
ACU's gonna have to back up here.
Yes, Finchifly is the last person alive, but you do see at the top there, we have two tanks at the top of the bridge ready to kind of protect their team if need be or jump in. So they're kind of pushing back. ACU now defending on this bridge. Hopefully, people,
almost walked his back. We saw a hammer down coming in from Indy Reinhardt, but doesn't get anything.
Oh.
Ooh, a nice boop there. Oh, from both sides.
Trading Reinhardts. Unfortunately, it looks like actually no.
Ooh,
ACU's looking
Dragon Strike coming in from Daddy is going to clean up the UNT team there.
Yes, ACU lives to see another day
So I'd
here.
like to back up just a second to that early Brig pick early on. I have a statistic for you.
Okay.
So in the last competitive season,
Mogits decides. Oh, okay. I thought Mogits decided to jump
to
off.
kill himself.
Yeah.
In the last competitive season, 82%, or in the last season, I don't actually know what season it was, but there was a season. 82% of team fights in which Brigitte died first the team that the Brigida died lost.
Well, ACU's Brigida just died, so let's hope that doesn't prove to be true here. Looks like Pete was able to take out the UNT Lucio, and Pocket Taco's just charged up, fully charged up there, doing as much damage as he can to that Reinhardt, taking him out, melting him down. He's going for that Brig, who gets, fortunately, that Zarya is able to save her Brig there, and Pocket Taco falls as well as Pete Noob. But that Brig does fall.
And ACU still stalling out this point.
Yes. You see Finch of Light use his Coalescence, try to keep his team alive, try to do some damage, and ACU coming on top.
That was a great fight for ACU. They just didn't give up. They held in there, and against the odds, managed to push this UNT team back.
Yes. And so ACU regrouping here.
Minute and 26 left on the clock as the UNT team regroups for this next push.
So at this point, even if UNT gets to this next checkpoint, they will have less time to really just. I think that by the end of it, they'll probably end up with less time than ACU does if they make it to that last checkpoint.
I see Mogus here just trying to get back into his mech.
Daddy gets taken out by the Reinhardt Brig combo.
UNT pushing in with the Transcendence, but the Graviton coming in from ACU, and they will start cleaning this team up. White Poison going down, Commander Fox going down, but UNT coming back and taking out the ACU's Peep Noop and Cold Caliber and pushing the ACU team back.
Yes.
Moget coming in with the Diva Bomb does find 2 final kills there, and they're just still stalling out this point.
Yes, that Brigette is doing a really good job staying on point. And you see Lucio here trying to boop and just push people off. And he
finds himself in the pit of doom.
He was able to take out Cold Caliber, but unfortunately he also gets taken out himself. He just, I don't know what happened there. But ACU wins that fight, and now you see Mo gets up at the top of this tower, just peeking over, trying to see if they've changed any compositions, trying to do some even get a cheeky pick, try to take out one of the support heroes here. You see a Dragon Strike, doesn't quite get anyone, coming in from
Sound Barrier coming in there as they push in from UNT. Diva Bomb on the side of UNT, but doesn't find anything.
Yes.
Cold Caliber came into that, countering the Sound Barrier with the Rally, and ACU finding some kills here. Yes. Graviton Surge coming in. White Poison down. Knight is down. There is no more healing left for the UNT team. All this damage is permanent, and they will die.
Wow. That is fantastic plays by ACU, fantastic plays by UNT, but it seems that ACU was able to coordinate a little bit better and really kind of choose to attack the healers a little bit more.
So we have Daddy's Dragon Strike, not even a Dragon Strike here,
no,
just shooting people in the face with arrows.
Yes.
That is always a great thing.
Wow. Good stuff by ACU.
Yeah.
Doing a really good job just coordinating and using their ults very wisely throughout that.
And so we're going to head from Eichenwald
Germany.
In Germany and head over to Lijiang Tower in
China.
Tokyo?
I do believe it's in China.
In China, not Japan. Yes. Yeah, I don't know these. China. We're going to go to China here. And yeah,
like a control point.
Yep.
So I think this was one of the very first maps, control point maps that they ever showed off.
In fact, you know what? If you don't know about control points, I think we can show you a little video about control points.
Let's test it out.
There we
go. 2 teams fight head-to-head for control of a common objective located in the middle of the map. To capture the objective, your team must stand within its range for a set amount of time. Capture percentage is continually given to whichever team is in control. The enemy will fight to clear your team off and capture the objective for themselves. Losing control will pause your progress. Now your opponent gains capture percentage. If both teams are on the objective when one of them reaches 99% capture, the game enters overtime. This extends play indefinitely until one of the teams is cleared off. The round ends when either team achieves 100% capture. Each round is played on one of the map's 3 unique areas. Control is best of 3, so whichever team captures 2 objectives wins.
All right, so that's control
Yeah.
for you.
Hope that was very informative.
In fact, that was on Li Jing Tower.
Yeah.
And so
You'll
now
get
you
to
know
see
how to play this.
Yeah.
You can come join them and take on UNT.
Yeah.
We'll go home.
So, ACU, I don't know if they really run any sort of variants on this particular map. In the past, I don't think we've really seen this map played all too often, especially during this tournament. But it seems that they will be just going a standard Goats comp. So
we've got Peep Noob on the Reinhardt standard. Paco de Taco on the Zarya. Mogits on the Sombra here.
Busting out the Sombra, okay.
And then Cold Caliber on the Brigitte, the Daddy on the Lucio, and Finch of Light on the Moira. Fun fact, a lot of people call him Finch of Light.
Yes.
If you look, there's only one F, and I do believe it is Finch of Light, not Finch O Flight.
I mean, it could be either.
It could be either,
yeah.
but I think that it's that.
Okay.
We'll have to ask him. We'll follow up.
Well, regardless,
We'll get back to you on that.
ACU just charging on in here.
Yep.
Pete Noob gets
This
frozen.
is my point. We're going to take it. You can't have it.
Yes.
But we see White Poison is just kind of trying to jump up on the walls and stay out of the path.
Pete Noob
Ooh,
getting
this
left.
May is causing trouble with, Reinhardt's slow enough as it is.
Yes.
But he finds himself alone on the point here.
That is unfortunate. I think that they were hoping to use May's walls to really kind of mess with some stuff. But that Lucio wall riding really stalling out. That's a really popular tactic with Lucio. It's probably one of the main reasons I really enjoy playing him myself.
And Li Jing has 2 maps that it's really easy to do that in.
Yes.
Maybe, no, not really. Control Center is harder on.
It definitely is. But Paco de Taco is able to just kind of charge up in the front. He is really charged right now, at least 90%, probably closer towards the high 80s now. And ACU, I mean, they're building up their percentage on the point. They were able to take it first. Paco de Taco gets attacked by that Wrecking Ball, but is able to survive thanks to the help of his team.
Wall off by May there, but followed up with Graviton Surge.
Yeah!
And just go in and take them all out with the Diva Bomb combo.
Wow. So May scared him into using his Graviton Surge, which in the end affected how his team ended up,
Well, but that was such a quick decision, quick play.
Yes.
You can see the teamwork there by ACU where he's caught out. He has to use that Graviton to get people back, and he calls it, and the team says, all right, and they collapse in and just wreck face.
Yes. So Paco de Taco proven to be a fantastic tank for ACU right now. He is still very high charged, and it looks like UNT is running a Reaper, probably to sort of counter the sort of Goats tanks meta, but as you can see, it's not really doing too much right now.
You have to get up close, and
Yeah.
ACU is punishing anybody who gets up close. We get the wall off there with Peep Noob and Paco caught out. Mogis in the back there doing some poking. They do take Sandals down, but Paco and Peep Noob will fall. Mogis being the only tank left alive for the ACU team. Cold Caliber caught out in this blizzard, will fall shortly thereafter too, and now it's just a matter of stalling out on the point, trying to get it up to 99 so that they just have a single push that they have to get through. I think they'll get there. They're going to die here in overtime, but all they need is one good push to take this map.
Yes. So ACU is opting to sort of group up here. A good choice, in my opinion. You certainly don't ever want to face 6 heroes against 3, but they get.
You don't like those odds?
No, no, definitely not.
That was a great combo there from the UNT team, getting that Graviton Surge in comboed with the Death Blossom.
But again, ACU already has 99% on the point, so they have plenty of time to regroup, think about what their strategy is, and UNT basically used 2 of their ults.
Yeah, and ACU coming in with some ults. Notice they didn't use anything out there. Graviton Surge comes in, but that is a nice wall off by the UNT May. We still get White Poison, and Nidus falls shortly thereafter.
Yes.
Our ACU moving on to this point, now 3-6. And it looks like ACU is going to be able to cap this point, and that's going to spell doom for the UNT team on this particular map.
Yes. Ooh, my goodness, that Wrecking Ball.
That's an interesting
Try to live and try to kind of sneak behind ACU, probably get on the point, and he does manage to get on the point, but a little too late
there.
Really good strategy though. I've
Yeah.
never actually seen someone attempt to do that, but kudos to UNT's JV Black team. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to make it there on time. ACU looking like they are going to probably be running the same team composition. Yes, for this next push. So they are able to get the first map. Second map is that Tower? I think it is. I think it's the pagoda outside. Probably my favorite of the 3 maps, personally. There's a lot of possibilities for environmental kills.
Well, and so this is the other one where, we saw it on the last one. We're almost certainly going to see that Lucio come in and try to just hang out around the top. This one's really easy, especially with some of the changes they've made to Lucio.
Yes.
In the last 6 months or so.
So it looks like they will be opting to go on the right path, kind of have a bit more cover.
This
and
is
avoid
ACU. You always want to be on the right path.
Yes. They're able to
Not the
take
wrong
out
path.
Zarya. It does look like UNT is running a Pharah, which is probably why they decided to go that other comp. But they are able to take out the Ziana and the Hanzo. ACU looking really well right now. They looks like the UNT is running a Mercy who's able to revive that Hanzo. But ACU will take the point first, and they'll begin to...
That was a really late res there. The rest of the team had to regroup. I'm not sure why they decided to get that res in on the Hanzo.
Yes.
But UNT coming back in here, trying to push them forward with that pharmacy in the air. And while this map does okay with that, there's still a lot of indoor places that ACU can hide out and just kick back from that pharmacy.
Yes. Daddy's able to boop. Zarya doesn't actually get an environmental kill, I don't think. Or maybe he did.
I think
Does that count as
that
environmental?
counts as environmental.
I guess. I don't know. But ACU still fighting this fight. 6v5 at this point until that Zarya respawns and regroups for team. I think.
Meanwhile, the time taken away here, ACU already up to 40%, almost halfway there to taking this map and the series.
Yes. Mogit's sneaking around as a flanking tank here. And fortunately, Peepnu gets taken out by Pharah. And Cold Caliber gets taken out by Zarya. But it looks like we're just trading players right now. And Mogits gets the Mercy, which is a huge pick for ACU. Zarya.
And Mogit's finding himself low on health there, opts to go ahead and use the ultimate just to get himself back into the mech and back up to full health. And capitalizes on that, pushing forward, taking Leatherman out.
Of course. And ACU doing a really good job. They have 75% already. If they're able to get this, that's the game. So Mogit's just peeking his head around. We see that far Mercy combo up there, just raining down rockets.
But Peep Noob's just putting up a shield, like, okay, you can throw stuff at me, and then we'll hide under the pagoda.
Yes.
I see the Wrecking Ball come in on the point with the
Dragon Strike coming in from the UNT Hanzo, able to take out Dad E, but ACU still looking pretty good right now. They still have possession of this.
We see a Graviton Surge coming in from the UNT team,
Yes.
Followed up by the Barrage, but that was just a little later than they probably needed there. But it looks like it is enough, and they're going to push the ACU team back.
Yes.
And ACU once again in a position of needing a single solid push to clear off the UNT team and take this series.
Yes. So Mogit's already has pretty much as is
He's
Diva.
gonna, yeah, he's going to move into this map. They had to use a lot of ults. The UNT team had to use a lot of ultimates to make that push to get in there. We saw the Minefield coming out. We saw the Dragon Strike. We saw the Graviton Surge. So they're going to be coming in with less of an ult advantage into this fight that they really need to keep this point.
And it looks like Taco and Pete Noob just charge on in there, working together,
Ripple
taking out.
Falls.
They're able to take out
Sandals goes down.
half of UNT's team already down. Cold Caliber falls, but so does the enemy Pharah. And all that's left is a Tracer and a Wrecking Ball. Tracer gets melted by Taco de Taco's laser there, and Wrecking Ball falls shortly after. ACU's capturing this point, and it does seem that, it looks like that
Ripple
Zarya might be
doesn't
almost
even make
makes
it to the point.
Great
teamwork, great focus, and ACU is going to clutch out this series with a pretty decisive victory.
Yes. ACU again proven you know, that they have been working really well. It looks like
Play of the game from Nidus. This is going to be that Graviton Barrage combo here.
Yes.
And it looks like the Barrage only got 2 folks out, but he got several with just even the initial rocket there.
Yeah.
So great play by both teams.
Of course.
So
good stuff. I'm glad to see that, you know, both teams decided to kind of switch it up here and there. As much as Goats is a very popular comp, I find it very boring to watch, just because it's like 2 Rams just headbutting each other until one of them just kind of
breaks a horn,
slips on a rock, and then okay, well, now we know who's gonna win this. But
no, we saw a lot of great stuff tonight. We saw the pharmacy. I haven't seen that in quite some time. That was great. Sombra coming out, the wrecking ball, swinging around.
Yeah, some Hanzo coming out as well. You know, doing some pretty decent damage there. And Blizzard wasn't able to destroy Goats completely, but they did open up the possibilities for other heroes to be used.
Yep.
Which is
we saw the Reaper after those the recent Reaper buffs.
Some Mave as well.
Yeah.
Which, you know, proved to be pretty effective against that Diva Bomb on Lee
we
Zhang.
say all of this. It was really nice to see the variety. That said, all of the variety we've talked about has been on the side of UNT, who did not win the match.
You're not wrong. But on Eichenwald ACU, I do believe.
So there was some Hanzo play.
There was some Hanzo play. We decided to go with a Moira.
We saw some
in defense
coming in.
Yeah, we had some Sombra plays and some Ana that ended up helping a lot with the Ana grenade, and the I forgot what her ult is called. The Nano Boost.
The Nano Boost.
Nano Boost. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. So great job to both teams tonight. And I don't know that there's much more to say. It was good, some good matches. So our next up tonight is going to be ACU against the Texas State University Gold team.
Yes.
We're going to see Junkertown, Volskaya, and Rialto, and then once again Busan is the tiebreaker for the evening.
Okay.
Not that we've ever seen a tiebreaker.
I recall that ACU's first year doing the TeSPA organization when I was playing. This was way before the esports club had been established. We did have a tiebreaker once or twice.
Okay.
But that was
back in the day.
Yeah, that was like the first major like collegiate tournament for Overwatch, and
you had to push the payload uphill and snow both ways.
Yeah, and it was not TeSPA's organization. It was a really weird setup tournament. It's gotten a lot better now, but it was rough.
Thanks for tuning in, and we're going to be right back. And when we come back, we're going to go into our matches against Texas State University.